fucking, wanna play a game? Let's play a game.
Titty boy, the Dik-Tator, is he racist, and does he judge others by who they hang with?
And no offense, well, I don't care whether you take it or not, but
right.
you know, the thing is that white people say, "Oh, I'm not a racist. I got plenty of black friends." Like, you know, that's a badge of honor.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
You know, or they'll say, "Oh, I'm not racist." You know, I don't clutch my purse every time a person of color walk by. You know?
That's because they don't consciously understand that they are doing it.
And that's bullshit, because that's what happens. You know, I see it, I experience it. And, you know, whether people want to believe it or not, you know, that's their problem. You know, keep sticking your head in the sand. You know, obviously one of these days you're going to come up with an egg or a clue that is, you know, it's happening. And,
well, that's the thing, is they don't walk a mile in your shoes. That's the thing.
No.
They've never seen your life and how you have been perceived by a lot of individuals. When you, let's just put it to you this way: you walk into a store, right? And there's a group of, let's say, there's a family of white people, and then there's a family of black people that walk into a store at the same time, right? And the cashier is completely distracted by the family of African Americans in the store, and they keep an very close eye on them. But the problem with that,
that doesn't happen in the United States.
Never happens.
That doesn't happen in the United States of America.
Listen, I'm just being hypothetical now. I mean, I know that it's a very hard thing to believe, but then the funny thing is they could have been stole blind by the white people that were in there while they were watching the honest African American family. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's crazy. People, no matter the color, no matter their the amount of melanin in their skin, or their heritage or anything, there are bad people on every spectrum on the planet Earth.
Right, but people don't. Let me just explain this real quick, and I'll get right to the point.
Right, sure.
See, people don't see it like that. People see, and you know, this is towards the mainstream media, the corporate cocksuckers.
Right.
You know, that portray that 99% or 90% of African American people are either thieves, rapists, or murderers.
But wait, doesn't society perceive majority child sex offenders as white males?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know, people are gullible enough to go with that and say, "Oh yeah, you know, white people won't hang around these certain amount of people because or these type of people because, you know, what I've seen on the news. You know, people are gullible."
Right. And they believe it. That's what causes a lot of this.
Exactly. And instead of seeing outside the box, they're looking inside the box and not realizing that, you know, not 90% or 99% of African Americans are thieves or liars or cheats or
yeah, it's crazy.
Or whatever.
Lest we forget, society says all mass shooters are white, gun nuts, supremacists even before the suspect is truly known.
You know.
No,
all corporate media responsibility that portrays us as that element.
Right. No, I agree, man.
Once they have portrayed that element, that gives the pigs the absolute right to use Gestapo moves, whether a person is uh, a Muslim, or whether he's a Baptist, or whether he's a Buddhist. That
Right.
gives them the right to stop, search, violate people's rights, and get away with it. With, like it's nothing.
Well, I agree with what Bear Diesel just said. Not all people do see African Americans that way. That's true. Not all people do. Not all people see white people a certain way, and not all people see black people a certain way.
Yes, you can. Everyone makes a preconceived judgment based on what they see, and you're a liar if you say you don't.
You can't say that or everybody has this disposition or that disposition, because we all have different experiences in life and different mindsets. So just like the great Martin Luther King said, you judge somebody based on the content of their character and not by the color of their skin.
Really, Titty boy, we hope you practice this, but we know you don't.
And so that's why people need to judge people based on the individual person, not the color of the skin, not the culture that they come from, not any other thing, not the clothes that they're wearing, but who they are as an individual. Once you can assess who they are as an individual, then you can move on to the next person if you want. That's the way I think we should be looking at each other. Is if I'm a black man and I see a white guy, I can't automatically assume. Okay, let me put it to you this way: if I'm a black guy and I see a white guy, such as myself, right, and I'm already they're already assuming things about me, based on their experience with other people who look like me, which is what happens on the other side of the coin as well. That's not fair. Get to know who I am. Allow me to prove myself to be an asshole or not. And then you can make your proper assessment. But you can't judge me based on how I was born, of which I have no choice of what color I am, just like anybody else does. I don't have you have no more of a choice that you were born African American than I do that I was born 100% white. You know what I mean? And so I can't, but then you have a unique experience yourself because of the color of your skin and your culture and your background and your genetics and everything like that. There are people that look at you and automatically think you are this way or that way, or you're going to do this or you're going to do that. And you're right. A lot of it's based off of pop culture, the news, the way they portray people in the
parents consciously or subconsciously putting fear into their children about certain people.
The in the world, So that's the way I see it anyway. But I don't believe you can say all white people are racist, because I don't believe that's true. Just like I can't say all black people are thieves or murderers or any of that, because I don't believe that to be true.
Well, I can say because it is true.
No, all people are prejudiced, but you don't hear someone called a prejudiced.
And
so you're saying I was born a racist?
No, what I'm saying is that people who are white,
right,
are taught that black people are the scum of the earth.
That's not true, because I was never taught that.
Bet you were, but you won't acknowledge it because it was subconsciously taught.
And well, let me finish.
Right.
That they're scum of the earth, that if you're not white, you ain't right.
No, that's not true. I was never taught any of that. I was taught the opposite of that, actually. My family taught us otherwise.
Okay, so let me ask you this. And I'm gonna be quite blunt If you
Okay,
will.
yeah, you can ask me whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. I'm not angry at you or anything. I'm just, I'm having a conversation.
Right, we're having a conversation. You know,
Right.
a regular conversation here. If you own a, let's see here, if you owned a Mercedes Benz,
Right.
I'll just use a Mercedes Benz as an example here,
Right. Okay.
and I walk by, you hit your alarm 3 times just because I walk by.
But I wouldn't do that.
What mindset are you in?
I wouldn't do that.
But what mindset would you think that person?
No. I know what your perception would be. Is that what you're asking me? Like, what do you think you're thinking?
Right.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I understand that if you see somebody, but in my case, I can only speak about myself, not what other people do. I can't speak about what other people do. All I can say is, let's just say you happen to be walking by when I'm hitting my alarm. That to me could be coincidental. I mean,
The question should be, how many times do you use alarm or locks to scare someone walking by?
you can perceive it that way because that's the way a lot of people would perceive it. If you walked a mile in your shoes and you've experienced direct racism and people hating you based on just who you were born to be, right? But I myself may not be thinking that, but
We call bullshit. Majority of society locks their doors when they get in, or the vehicle locks when started.
it's just like a lot of times when people, let's just say, some people go through life and they think, oh, I'm ugly. But not everybody's thinking that when they look at that person, but that person thinks to themselves all the time, I'm ugly, I'm worthless, I'm blah, blah, blah. But nobody's really thinking that, but it's self-perception. It's not because of what somebody else is doing, but anything that somebody does is automatically taken by that person who may have been called ugly a few times in their lifetime. They think that now that somebody's giggling, they're giggling about them. They're doing this because of them. A lot of times it's what you are perceiving that they're doing, but it's not always necessarily based on, if I'm locking my vehicle and you happen to be walking by, it's not because I'm racist. It's because I lock my vehicle every single day.
Not true. People use facial expressions or body movement that low esteem people will pick up on that you, being a dictator, wouldn't see.
All right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
let me use a different example. Okay, so I walk by, and there's a white female that walked past me.
Okay.
With her I'm trying to think here. Come on, Derek, get it out. It's on the tip of my tongue. Her pocketbook.
Right.
Okay, and she doesn't have a clutch, but as soon as she sees me, she clutches her pocketbook. That's not racism, right? That's just how clutching her
I'm not saying that it isn't, but what I'm saying is let's just put it to you this way. What if you were a white guy walking down the road and she did the same thing?
I've never seen that happen.
But it has, and it does.
It
absolutely does, because I've looked at several white people that look like they could be menacing, and I don't trust people sometimes based on their body language and what they are doing and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily mean their color of their skin. It does happen. I've looked.
I'm sorry. I'm not buying it.
You don't have to buy it, but people do that to all races. It's based on fear or a prejudice.
You don't have to. That you can have that opinion.
And the reason why I'm not buying it is because.
Well, why do I have to buy what you're saying when you can't buy what I'm saying?
We as African American men and women who have suffered from racism from the early 1930s,
And
or
I'm not denying that.
1940s or whatever, have seen racism throughout the years,
Right.
and it still go on today.
Right.
It's
But that's
that
individual people,
hold on,
not everybody.
hold on. Let me finish here. It's such that they here, and now I'm gonna say this, here in Minnesota, they have, not only here in Minnesota but everywhere, um, they have racism. You know, people were brought up to be racist. You know,
Okay.
and
Some people, not all people.
Wrong. People are brought up to be prejudiced, and instead of calling someone a prejudiced, they are called racist.
but you have to admit that it happens.
It does. If my dad was the Grand Dragon of the KKK, yeah, I would have been brought up racist. But I'm not. I wasn't raised by the Grand Dragon of the KKK. I was raised by a family of people that were not racist.
And friends, the community, and the TV, which we all know, were teaching a certain way of life for all races.
I was raised and I was taught that everybody's equal. Nobody is better than another person based on the color of their skin. I've never been taught that, ever. Not even once. No one in my family has ever looked at me and say, hey, look, you got to be careful around black people. No one's ever said that to me, ever. Not once. And neither did I raise my children to believe that. Or my family doesn't believe that. I've never heard anybody in the privacy of my home talk about not trusting someone based on their color of their skin. I've been told all my life is you judge people based on their individuality, who they are individual. Be careful around anyone, because anyone can do something bad to you.
And how many times do white parents say stay out of or lock your doors if going to certain area? It's not said because the kid is going to rich area, or black parents warn their kid about going to a white friend's house the same as if it's a black friend, and vice versa.
Do you know how many bad white serial killers there were? You know how many bad white thieves there are? You know how many bad white people there are? There are several white people that are the scum of the earth. And I don't trust them any more than I trust anyone else until I know who they are. Ted Bundy is a great example of that. He looked like your quintessential regular guy, John Lee Malvo, the black DC sniper. How about him?
Well-known serial killer Samuel Little evaded police for 40 years despite being detained several times.
Am I to think that every black person is a sniper now because one black person was a sniper? Am I to think that every white guy is a serial killer because a white guy did serial killing? No.
Yet that is what society thinks every time, because government must keep us divided.
Yeah,
I don't think that at all.
Some do.
Some do. But see, that's the point that I'm trying to make with you, sir.
And you're right. I get where you're coming from with that. I'm not saying. Well, I am saying all white people are racist.
But that's not true.
Dang titty boy, why are you getting so triggered?
Because if I don't,
there's no way that in this society, in this day and age, that you can prove me wrong.
How come I can't?
Prove me wrong that there is no such thing as racism.
It's not possible to do, since you are entitled to your opinion and to their will always be prejudice around.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say there was no such thing as racism. I've been saying that all along. There is racism. But what you're saying to me is a racist comment when you say that all white people are racist. Because that is racist. That's based on my race. That's based on the color of my skin, not the content of my character. So by saying that's right, like me saying to you, that's like me saying to you, all black people are thieves. Well, that's not true. But you would say, well, why are you saying all black people are thieves? That's not true. Well, you're saying all white people are racist, and I think racists are the scum of the earth. So what you're calling me is the scum of the earth, and I don't appreciate that. I think racism is the dirtiest thing you can be, other than a child molester.
Yeah, well,
why would you say that about a group of people? Why would you say that an entire race?
The same reason why white people say that against.
Not all white people say that, though. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You never walked a mile in my shoes. You don't know what I was taught.
I've never experienced that. I've never experienced.
Well, your experience, but not my experience. My experience. I'm a different person.
You still have prejudices, and we will show it.
I'm a different person, just like you're a different person. I can't look at you and say that you're a bad person based on your color of your skin any more than you should be able to look at me and say, oh, look at that white guy. He's got to be a racist. That's disgusting. That's disgusting to call somebody a racist based on the way they were born. I mean, really? So if I was born in China and I never saw a black person in my life, you would automatically think I was racist because I was white? That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
What's disgusting is what you say and do later.
What if I'm a blind white person? I've never even seen race before, and you think that I'm a racist because I'm born white? That's disgusting. It's disgusting to call somebody a racist when they're not. I would never call you a racist based on the color of your skin. I would never. I'd
probably call you a racist based on your comments.
Well, yeah, I would say that, but no, I'm not saying that he's a racist. I'm thinking that he's misinformed, is what I'm saying.
I'm clearly saying I think that he's a racist. Obviously, if you think that all white people are racist, then that is one of the most racist, bigoted. That is the most racist, bigoted comments I've ever heard out of a person's mouth.
I love a lot of black people in my life that I've run into. I love them like family. I would never, ever judge someone based on their race, and I would protect them with my very life.
Just because we're having this conversation, I'm not one of those people to bring this type of shit up, but I have my son, my adopted son, is half black and half Native American. Are you telling me, me as a white man, I'm racist?
Possibly. We bet that you treated him differently and didn't even realize you were.
And that you hate your son?
Right. I love my fucking son. So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that white people are racist. That's what I'm saying.
That's the dumbest fucking comment I've ever heard, dude. That is some stupid shit.
Excuse me.
No, not excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse you. Yeah.
What's stupid is the fact that Titty Boy needs backup when he gets butthurt and triggered.
Excuse you. No, yeah. You should watch what you're fucking saying.
Who the fuck?
That's some dumbass shit to say. That's some dumb ass shit to say, dude. Well, what'd you do before you come up on here? Before you came up on here, did you bash your head against the wall a few fucking times? Get yourself a concussion to say the dumbest shit that you can fucking think of? Is that what happened?
I bashed your mama.
Well, you have to understand.
There you go. See, there it is, right there. That proves my point. What type of piece of shit you are, right there. There it is. You're gonna bring my mom into it.
Why not? You attacked first, and tell your mama to stop calling us crying that you won't visit or call her.
Because you are a piece of shit, racist, bigoted piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, all right, coward. You're a fucking fake ass punk. Shut up.
Whatever.
Well, it's just not right to call everybody a racist, because that's just
it's definitely not right to bring my fucking mom into it either, you bitch.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, Black National Freedom Fighter. Is every male a child molester?
No, I didn't say that they are.
Well, there's a lot of males that are, but is every male a child molester?
I didn't say that they were.
Maybe that's not my experience. Maybe I grew up and I was molested as a child, but now that I was molested as a child, and I see every male, I'm afraid of every male because I think they might molest me.
And you have 100% every right to feel that way, because if
I can feel that way, but it's not true.
I was molested as a child, but
it's not true.
It doesn't matter what you think. it matters to that person.
It's not true. Not every male is a molester.
Right. And I didn't say that they were.
Then if a white guy did something racist against you, and then there's another white guy that's walking down the street, you can't look at that white guy and say he's a racist because he did something bad to me.
Yes, he can, because he has the right to his opinion, and you too shouldn't, belittling him for his opinion.
You can't say that he's a thief because he's wearing a red shirt, and the guy that just stole your car was wearing a red shirt. He's wearing a red shirt, so he must be a thief too.
Well, sorry, Abe. Actually, he can say that because he does say that.
But that's ridiculous.
Exactly. I agree.
That's ridiculous. You can't say that. That hurts me to my core that you would think that I'm a racist because the way I was born.
I never said that. I think you
did. I'm as white as the day is long, man. I've had a DNA test. All of my heritage is from the white Anglo-Saxon part of.
But I never said that you were racist. I used.
You just said all white people were racist, and I'm one of those all white people.
I said if you go back and you listen to what I said I used you as an example. I did. Right. I used you as an example. I said.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you straight out. Am I a racist?
I don't know. I'm a white guy. I don't know you.
Oh, well, there's the point that I was trying to make right there.
Make a judgment on somebody you don't fucking know, like an entire race of people. Sounds pretty racist.
But it's all right for you two to pass judgments on people you don't know. Gotcha.
To me.
Why are you in this conversation in the first place?
Because I can be. That's why. Because I can be. That's why. Thank you.
He's there because Titty Boy got butthurt and needed backup.
He's mad.
I appreciate
you. Have to understand Black National Freedom. He's angry because of what you said.
Yeah, you are trying to tell me that because of my skin that I hate anybody else with the opposite color skin, including my son, you dumbass.
I don't give a damn what you
I don't give a damn either. I don't give a damn what you say. You are a fucking idiot.
Yeah, so's your grandmother.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead. Bring my family into it.
You brought your family into it. Why don't you stop using your family as a shield?
That's what you got, man. You ain't fucking smart. You have no ability to think an original thought at all. This is what you do, man. You believe in all the old bullshit, every little fucking thing that ever hurt anybody back in the day. That's the thing that sticks inside you, and you stick your head in the covers and you're like, oh my God, at night these people are going to come after me because of my skin. Oh my God, I'm such a fucking baby ass bitch.
Hey, Tat.
Yeah.
Let me just say this real quick, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, yeah.
Stop spreading your fucking hate, you nasty piece of shit.
I don't have time for 3-year-olds. Okay. What I'm gonna say is that I never said that you was a racist. I said that I was using you as an example.
Okay.
As what racism looks like.
Right. So all white people are what? Are
all mirror. That's racist? What it looks like. It looks like you.
Well, my question is do you think all white people are racist? That's my question.
Do I think all white people are racist? I think some of that way. Yeah.
Stop trying to get your way. He's allowed to have his opinion.
Are all white people racist? God. That's what I'm asking.
How do we turn the camera off?
Because I'm not a racist. I don't believe that I'm a racist. I was never raised to be a racist. I wasn't born as a racist. My family never taught me to be a racist. My family taught me the exact opposite of that. I was always raised to respect everybody based on them as a person, as an individual, not based on their color of their skin.
Yet you still make judgments on people that you don't know.
And for somebody to say that all white people are this is just like somebody saying all black people are this. And neither statement is true.
Neither
statement is true.
You make sense to me. Now, I get that. I get it. Okay?
Right.
All right? So to say that, I'm not saying, again, I did not say that you were racist. I just used you as an example. And to say that I think that all white people are racist, it's only because of what I have experienced in life.
Right.
as far as being a person of color
Bigot.
excuse me?
Well, I'm just saying.
Let's not instigate.
Yeah, I'm not calling you a bigot or anything. That was STC. I'm calling STC out. That's not what he said.
Oh, I most definitely said
But he said that. Yeah, he said it. I know he's not ashamed of what he said.
Fuck no.
But what I'm saying is I just don't think it's. I know that you've had some bad experiences, and I don't deny that.
Right.
I don't deny that.
And here's the deal. And I love
the deal.
Here's the deal. We all have different filters, okay?
Right.
We hear what we want to hear.
Right.
And until you can walk them, like you said earlier, until you can walk a mile in my shoes, you have no right to say anything.
It goes both ways, though. You can't say anything about me.
Ways. I agree. I agree with you on that.
Right.
It does go both ways.
Right. My experience in life is that I'm not a racist. That's my experience.
Correct. You are a prejudiced and a dictator.
My experiences in life that I've had some great, I've had some wonderful people in my life of all backgrounds and of all races.
Sure you did. We will bet that. There were a few that felt differently.
And being a former soldier myself, I was a combat medic, and I would put my life on the line for someone, no matter who they were, so long as they needed my help.
So that means you render aid to enemy troops like Private Desmond Doss did?
I didn't look at them as saying, oh, there's a black guy over there that's hurt, and then there's a white guy that's hurt. Let's go after the white guy before the black guy. No.
Yeah,
I would
everyone's like that.
I would look at them and say, they need my help. And guess what I would do? I would run out while I'm being shot at, while I'm being exposed to somebody wanting to kill me.
Oh, Lordy. Now, Saint Dik-Tator was being shot at. So what war were you in again?
And I would risk my absolute life to save anyone, no matter what color their skin is.
But you didn't help the enemy, Saint Dik-Tator.
And I would get shot, and I would lay down, and I would die next to my brother who has black skin.
Cry us a river. Now he got shot too.
Because I wanted to save their life, and I would be proud of that. I would be proud that I laid down my life to try to save somebody, not because they were black, not because they were white, but because they were my brother or my sister in arms. I would be proud of that. I would want my family to know that.
Right. I hear you.
So I cannot stomach it if you say, and you did. I mean, you may have misspoke, and I'll give you that. You may have misspoke, but you did say all white people are racist. You did say that.
He didn't misspoke. It's in his opinion, and he has a right to his opinion, despite your feelings getting butthurt.
And
that might have not been what you meant, but that's what you said.
But isn't that my opinion? And
that's your opinion. But now you have to ask. Now you should answer this question: am I a racist?
No, he doesn't have to answer. Just because a disabled man hurt your feelings, Saint Dik-Tator.
I don't know. I don't know you.
Well, I'm white, so am I a racist? Because you said that everyone.
Again,
Yes, you are a prejudiced racist.
I don't know you from Adam. I
okay.
don't know you.
So are you willing to say that?
How can I? Wait a minute now.
Okay.
How can I judge you on fact that we're talking behind the computer?
Are you willing to say now that all white people are not racist?
No, you are not getting your way, Saint Dik-Tator. This isn't Burger King.
That just answered your own question.
Jesus.
Are you willing to say that all white people are not racist? Because if you do say all white people are racist, then you're calling me a racist, and that's just, there's nothing I can do about it. That's your opinion.
Exactly. It's his opinion. Now take your butthurt, cream and donut, and go sit down some. We're sucking your thumb, Saint Dik-Tator.
He just said that he doesn't know you to say that, but he doesn't know the whole population to say everyone that's white is a racist too.
Right.
So,
He just said that, but
Yeah.
he won't. Will he say those words?
No, he doesn't have to.
yeah, he won't say it.
He's a bigot, not a hypocrite.
I'm just asking.
So, do you think that all white people are racist? I want to know if you think that
Again, based on my experience.
on your experience.
But would you call me a racist because I'm white?
If
Yes,
I saw
you
you experience, or if I saw you doing the same thing that I see.
But you haven't seen me yet. You haven't seen me yet. All I'm asking you is,
Right. I'm not saying I'm just using you as an example. I said,
right.
If I saw you doing the same pathetic things that people does in the United States of America,
Right.
then yes,
Somebody needs to take the dog out to go pee.
Based on that judgment.
Oh, poor Coco. Yeah, Coco, I know.
Based on that theory, yes, I would. It depends on if I saw you on the street and.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about right now. I'm a white guy. I'm asking you, am I a racist?
Yes. Good Lord Almighty, you are a prejudiced, racist.
Do I think you're a racist? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know you.
So you would say that not all white people are racist, right?
No. For the last time, no.
I could not say that. I mean, like I said, I go based off of their reaction.
So, no, yes or no, sir?
Yes. God Almighty, stop crying. Saint Titty Dik-Tator.
Are all white people racist or not?
I'm really starting to feel bad for him. Like I feel like there's something wrong.
There is something wrong. Titty boy Dik-Tator believes this is Burger King and he can get it his way.
That you just don't know how to dig yourself out of this hole, man. Just stop.
Why can't you and Titty boy Dik-Tator just stop? You sound like broken records.
I'm just asking a question. I mean, I'm not being...
No, not you. He can't do it, man. He can't do it.
Ask a different question. That one was answered about 20 minutes ago. We are tired of that question.
I get where you coming from, Tat, and I'm talking to Tat here. Like I said, children should be seen, not heard.
As opposed to talking to me, because I honestly know you're not going to address me. Is that what you're trying to say?
Anyways, children should be seen, not heard. Tat, like I said,
Tat only.
Oh no.
Base.
Everybody else quiet. Conversation between him and Tat.
That poor dog. I'm feeling bad for that dog.
Making a sound.
No, Coco is always stubborn.
Your doggy needs to pee. I hear her saying she's got to pee.
No, you didn't hear her say anything. He told you to shut the hell up and leave his disabled master alone. Titty Dik-Tator.
No, she said hi to me. Hi, Coco.
But anyway, no, I'm just asking you straight up, because after everything that I've told you, after everything that I've said to you, you know that I'm white. I'm 100% white. I am not a blue-eyed devil because I have hazel eyes, but I am a hazel-eyed devil, if you want to call me a racist. And am I a racist? Because I don't believe that I am, and everything that I've told you indicates that I'm not, that I hope anyway. So I'm white. So can you say that every white person is a racist?
Finally, Titty Dik-Tator. You got it right. He said in his opinion, all white people were racist.
Because I would fit in that category. If you said every...
I cannot say that.
Okay, so is every white person a racist? That's a question, yes or no?
I cannot say that.
You can't answer that question?
I cannot answer that question on the, like I said, I base it on people.
I'm just asking a simple question. I mean, I can easily say not every black person's a racist. Not every black person's a thief. Not every black person's a rapist. Not every black person is a criminal. Not every I can tell you this, every black person deserves a chance to prove themselves either way. Every white person deserves a chance to prove either way. Every male, every person, every man, woman, and child on this planet deserves a right to prove who they are before I can judge them about anything.
But you don't, and we will prove it very soon.
So I just made a blanket statement. So is every white person a racist?
My answer to that is probably no.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So we agree.
That's good.
We agree. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Hey, Greg and
Yeah, I know.
Greg and Tat.
Yes, sir.
I'll be right back. I gotta take this dog out for a walk.
Oh, okay. That was your dog. Okay. All right, man. Take care.
I know.
Is this thing working?